Every Leo carries a fire within them, a flame that never truly goes out, but that fire doesn't burn the same way in everyone. Some Leos blaze like wildfires, passionate, fierce, and impossible to contain. Some glow softly like embers in the dark, steady, calm, and grounding. Others move like the wind, free, curious, and full of ideas, and a few flow like the ocean, emotional, deep, and wise beyond their years. You see, not all Leos are just bold and dramatic like the world says. Each Leo is shaped by their inner element, fire, earth, air, and water, and that element defines how they love, how they fight, how they dream, and how they heal. So today, we'll explore the 4 types of Leos. Listen closely, because somewhere in this video, you'll find yourself. Type 1, the Fire Leo, the lion that never bows. The Fire Leo is the purest expression of Leo energy, fierce, glowing, and larger than life. Their spirit burns with intensity. When they walk into a room, energy shifts. People notice, not because they try too hard, but because their very presence feels like sunlight breaking through the clouds. They are ruled by passion. When they love loudly. When they dream big. When they fight until there's nothing left to give. They have an inner belief that they were born to create, to lead, inspire, and set things in motion. You can't keep a Fire Leo small, even when life tries to dim them. They'll rebuild their light with bare hands. They don't follow paths, they make them. If you tell them it can't be done, they'll smile and do it anyway. But their flame isn't always easy to control. When hurt, that same passion can turn into rage. When misunderstood, they can burn bridges without realizing it. When they give too much, their fire can consume them from within. Yet here's the truth, no matter how many times a Fire Leo falls, they always rise again. It's almost divine. Their ability to come back stronger every single time. When others crumble under pressure, a Fire Leo grows even brighter. They are living proof that courage can be reborn from ashes. A Fire Leo's life is filled with extremes, highs that feel like heaven and lows that test their soul, but through it all, they never stop believing in themselves. They are leaders not because they crave power, but because people naturally follow their light. They don't just inspire others, they awaken them. They remind everyone around that life is meant to be lived fully, boldly, and without apology. If you are a Fire Leo, your soul came here to ignite change. You are meant to start things, to light sparks in others, to remind the world what passion looks like when it's alive. But remember, not everything deserves your flame. Sometimes, the strongest fire is the one that burns slow and steady, not the one that tries to set everything alight. Protect your energy. Leo, you don't have to fight every battle, you don't have to prove your strength. Your light already does that for you. So burn bright, but burn wisely, because when a Fire Leo learns to control their flame, they don't just light up rooms, they light up the world. Type 2, the Earth Leo, the silent power. The Earth Leo is different. They're not the kind to roar, they radiate. Their strength doesn't come from how loud they are, but from how steady they stand when everything else falls apart. These Leos carry the same fire as all others, but theirs is buried deep, like molten gold beneath the surface of a mountain. It doesn't flicker wildly, it hums quietly with purpose, control, and resilience. They're grounded, the kind of souls who seem to know who they are even when the world is trying to tell them otherwise. They don't chase the spotlight because they are the foundation others stand on. They build, they stabilize, they protect. You'll find them taking care of everyone. Friends, family, even strangers who just needed a little warmth. They don't talk much about their pain, but they feel it deeply, and when they heal, they do it in silence, away from the noise, like a lion licking its wounds under the shade of an old tree. They're the Leos who don't need to be seen to feel powerful. Their validation comes from what they've created, not from who's watching. They find beauty in consistency, and magic in the small details that others overlook. If Fire Leos start revolutions, Earth Leos sustain them. They're the ones who make dreams tangible, who turn sparks into structures. Their loyalty is rare. Once they commit, they'll carry you through the darkest storms without hesitation. But their greatest strength can also be their heaviest burden, because Earth Leos often give too much. They hold everyone else up, forgetting that even the strongest mountains can crumble when they never rest. They'll keep smiling while their heart is tired, keep helping while their soul is breaking, and call it duty. If you are an Earth Leo, remember that even the ground needs rain, even the strongest roots need light. You're not weak for needing a break, you're not selfish for wanting peace, you deserve softness too, the kind you freely give to everyone else, and when you finally allow yourself to rest, something magical happens, your strength multiplies, your energy expands, and suddenly, you're not just carrying the world, you're nurturing it. The Earth Leo teaches one sacred truth: power doesn't have to be loud, sometimes, it's the calm presence in chaos, the one who doesn't say much, but somehow makes everyone feel safe. You are the grounding energy in a world that's always spinning, you are stability in human form, a reminder that real kings and queens don't rule through fear, they lead through peace, so stand tall, Leo of the Earth, your silence roars louder than you think. Type 3. The Air Leo, the dreamer with a roar of ideas. The Air Leo is the storm you never saw coming, not loud like thunder, but electric like lightning. They live in their mind, where imagination is infinite and reality bends to their creativity. They're not here to follow the crowd, they're here to rewrite what's possible. These Leos are thinkers first, dreamers second, and visionaries always. Their fire doesn't burn, it illuminates, it's the spark that lights up 1,000 minds. Air Leos are the kind of people who can sit under a night sky and talk for hours about galaxies, souls, and the reasons why love feels both like a blessing and a test. They're magnetic, people get drawn to them not just because they're charming, but because they see things others can't. They read between words, they understand silence, and they sense emotions floating in the air like whispers from another realm. But here's the truth about Air Leos. They live in two worlds at once. The world of dreams where everything makes sense, and the world of reality where almost nothing does. You'll often find them lost in thought, eyes gazing somewhere far away where nobody else can see what they're seeing, and when they speak, it's like poetry wrapped in thunder. Their words can move people, their presence can shift rooms. They're the philosophers, the artists, the visionaries who paint life not as it is, but as it could be. Every idea feels like wind beneath their wings. Every conversation feels like flying, but this air energy comes with a price, because while they soar higher than anyone else, they sometimes forget to land. They chase thoughts so fast that they forget to rest. They connect deeply with the world, yet still feel misunderstood, like a lion trapped in a cloud, roaring softly, hoping someone hears. Air Leos crave understanding more than attention. They don't need applause, they need someone who listens, truly listens. To the ideas dancing inside their mind, they don't seek followers, they seek frequencies, people who match their wavelength, and when they finally meet someone who does, the connection is otherworldly. They'll open their soul, sharing dreams they've never spoken aloud, and the world around them suddenly feels lighter, almost magical. If you're an Air Leo, remember this: your ideas are not too much, your dreams are not unrealistic. You were born to create winds of change. Don't shrink your mind to fit into smaller rooms, don't clip your wings because others fear the sky. You were never meant to walk, you were born to fly. So keep dreaming, Air Leo, keep thinking, creating, expressing, inspiring. You are the movement before the revolution, the whisper before the roar, and when the world finally catches up to your ideas, they'll call you what you've always been: a visionary soul with the heart of a lion and the mind of the wind. Because the Air Leo reminds us all of one sacred truth: fire may burn bright, earth may hold strong, but air gives life to both. You are the invisible force that keeps the world breathing. You are the thought that becomes a dream, and the dream that becomes reality. And lastly, Type 4, the Water Leo, the heart that feels for the world. The Water Leo is the rarest of them all. They don't just shine, they soothe. They don't just roar, they listen. Their fire burns quietly beneath an ocean of emotions. These are the Leos who carry galaxies inside their hearts. They feel everything, every glance, every word, every unspoken silence. Their intuition is like the tide, gentle, steady, but powerful enough to pull the moon closer. A Water Leo can walk into a room and instantly sense who's hurting, who's pretending to smile, and who's silently breaking. They might not say much, but their presence itself becomes comfort. They love deeply, endlessly, and often, selflessly. While most people see Leos as bold and unshakable, this one is different. They're the ones who cry for others at night, who pray for the ones who once hurt them, who still believe in love even when life keeps teaching them otherwise. Their soul is soft, but not weak, because it takes immense strength to feel so much and still choose to love again. The Water Leo is ruled not just by courage, but by compassion. they see beauty in broken things. They find hope in endings. And when they love like the ocean, no beginning, no end, no measure, but this depth comes with storms. Sometimes their emotions drown them before anyone else notices. They'll smile and say I'm fine, while their heart quietly shatters beneath the surface. They give so much, expecting nothing, and that's both their blessing and their curse, because when the world turns cold, they still choose warmth. When people change, they still stay kind, and even when no one claps for them, they still believe that being good matters. A water Leo doesn't need the spotlight, they are the light. It glows from within, subtle but eternal. They remind us that love is not about grand gestures or loud confessions, it's about consistency, about showing up, about staying, and when they finally meet someone who understands their depth, they bloom like coral under sunlight, vibrant, alive, unstoppable, because all they ever needed was to be understood. Not fixed, not changed, just seen, truly seen. To the water Leo, love isn't a game, it's a sacred exchange, and even if the world breaks them, they'll rise again, softer yet stronger, like the sea after a storm. So if you're a water Leo, remember this: your emotions are not too much, your care is not a weakness, it's your divine language, it's what makes you human in a world that sometimes forgets how to feel. You are proof that the bravest hearts are not the ones that never break, but the ones that keep loving after they do, because when your heart glows, the whole world feels a little warmer, and that's your power, water Leo. You don't just change people, you heal them. So, now you know, not all Leos are the same. Some burn like fire, some stay grounded like earth, some fly free like air, and some feel deeply like water. Each one of you carries a different kind of magic, and that's what makes the Leo energy so powerful. Tell me in the comments, which Leo are you? Fire, earth, air, or water? Don't forget to like this video if you felt connected, share it with your Leo besties, and subscribe for more soulful zodiac stories every week. Your energy matters, your light matters, and remember, every Leo is a universe in motion.